What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? Hopefully, y'all having a beautiful, beautiful day. Happy Sunday to everyone. I just wanted to do a quick live show, um, just discussing some of the things that went on this week. I know we've been getting. I've been watching a lot of the Last Dance, and I wanted to get to this early last week. I wanted to talk about it Monday or Friday, but didn't get a chance to doing it because of other things. But we definitely want to talk about it right now. If you're tuning in, go ahead, smack that thumbs up, guys. We talk about a little bit of the review and what is trending this week. It's crazy. It is crazy of what's been trending this week. A couple songs came out. You know, that's number one, number two trending. One of them got a dance. One of them, the girls is going hard. What's up, y'all? Smack that thumbs up. We're gonna get into it. I definitely want to talk about this Michael Jordan and ISIAH Thomas situation. The Bulls. I know some of y'all are fans of The Last Dance. I think so far it's a pretty good documentary. But knowing what I'm knowing and some of the rumors that are coming out, it's crazy. It is crazy. I did see Lamont, Larry, and T Streams come out with it today. They talked a little bit about it. But as a Detroiter, I can go into a little bit more detail. How many of y'all out there y'all watch that Last Dance series? How do y'all like it so far? I know I got like 8 episodes in my Plex. I haven't watched it yet, but how many of y'all have watched The Last Dance? Yeah, watch The Last Dance. What's up, everyone in the chat? What's up? What is up? Just want to see something right quick. And before we get into it, what up, Ian? What's up, Brianna? How you doing, Lauren Bibb? What up, dude? What's good? What is good? King Dose is in here. Silent One up in here. Pen, what up, QC? What's good? What's up? What's up, Miss Mesquite? How you doing, baby? Big H in here. And I'm going to open it up, too, guys. I'll let some people on. That way we can get other opinions. I do want to hear y'all thoughts on it. On The Last Dance. That's why I'm gonna open it up. But let me tell y'all, with the new changes and everything to YouTube, to make this go, we got to watch our language now, because whenever we do a live show or present a video, they got us like doing something like a survey, like, is there any cussing and anything like that? And the thing was happening is delaying the video to be monetized. So I'm limiting myself from cussing. And if y'all come on, y'all limit yourselves from cussing too. All right. Because with it's just taking like a day and a half for them to approve it. So if there's no cussing, which I found in not the last video I did, but the live video I did, I want to say it was on Monday. That one went through right away. So YouTube is really coming down hard on the creators. And if there's any type of cussing in it, they will hold it for monetization. And it's taking like a day and a half. So people was coming on and, it's not being monetized. So creators are losing money big time off of this. So when I open it up, which I will go back over, let's leave the cussing out. What's up, Kristen? How you doing, baby? How you doing? What's up, Andy? How you doing, Miss Shrink and Share? What's up? What's up, Eddie? How you doing? Who else? D Johnson in here. Tara in here. Yeah, you gonna get that, man. You gonna get that. Just some haters, Tara. That's all. They love me though. Yeah, we already know. What's up, Tadal? What's up, man? What's good? What's good? What's up, Miss Indira? How you doing? Ian say, what up, Ian? It's bittersweet. What's up? What's up? How you doing, Mike Jones? Where you been, Mike? What's good? Couple more acknowledgements. LY's in here. Kenny Skywalker, what up, though? Now that I got my money for Nvidia Shield Pro, not in stock. Well, just save it, Kenny. Save it, man. What up, Fire Force? How you doing, man? What's up, Robert? What's good with you? What is good? It's very, very late. It's almost 12 o'clock over there, huh? What up, Wig Dog? What's good? What's good? We got Tish in the building. What's up, Tish? How you doing, baby? We got Ms. Andera. Superdell, I can't believe how touched I was watching that show. Yeah, that show was very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. There's a couple, and I forgot to put something else in the chat too. That's why I'm gonna open it up. What's up, media outlet? What's good? What's good? Are you gonna show us how to do the Savage remix and the TOOSIE slide? No, I ain't gonna show y'all. Y'all can do that. Y'all can do that. Hey, you guys, hey, look, that thumbnail is crazy, man. That thumbnail. What's up, Tom? What up, though? Dub Q in the building. What up, though? We got Johnny. How you doing? We got Sandman. They'll say it loud. Miss Big Rock, he's my brother. Damn. Well, go find him, Pick. Oh man. Let me see. What up, though? Lawrence, how you doing? What's good? Phyllis in the building. What up, dude? What up, Kevo? What up, dude? We got Mike B in the building. Hey, so let's get it going. Let's get it going. Smack that thumbs up if y'all just tuning in. I do want to talk about The Last Dance. This episode 3 and 4. And I also want to talk about what's his name? Steven Jackson. Some of y'all did not know. So I'm gonna put the link out there again when we talk about it, guys. Please, and I'm saying please, watch the language because YouTube is listening. They got some type of bot, and when we get the cussing and everything, it do automatically take the video for monetization and turn it off. So there's it. There's the link right there if you want to come on. Again, we're gonna talk about The Last Dance. Also, we'll get into a little bit of this Steven Jackson, which I asked y'all to watch when he left his fiance at the altar because she would not sign the prenup. So if y'all seen it, let's get on it. Let's talk about it. It shouldn't be that long of a show. Again, we'll talk about a little bit of the TiVo Stream 4K. If y'all not hip to it, this is a new streaming device that will be out in a couple weeks. I'll say about 2 or 3 weeks from TiVo. And the biggest competition is the 4K Fire Stick and the Roku stick, the higher end one. So come on in, or y'all can just listen to me. Y'all can hear my thoughts on it. But I do want to hear some other people's opinion. Do you agree with what Michael Jordan? Is obvious we found out why ISIAH didn't get on the team, and it's crazy. It is very, very crazy. How people how one of the best players, probably in the top 10 players in the league at the time, did not even get on to the dream team. What up, though, True?
What's going on?
What up, though? What up, TR Dub? What up, though? Yep. What up, Nail? What up, though? How you doing? True, you watched that Last Dance, that 3 and 4?
In and out.
You was in and out. Which one did you watch? You watched the Dennis Rodman, or you watched the one of the Pistons walking off the court?
The Dennis.
Oh, you watched Dennis? Yeah, Dennis was kind of crazy. Dennis was definitely kind of crazy. Let's get Mike Jones. What up, Mike?
What's up?
Hey, what up, though? And I just want to go over, guys, when we get into this conversation, let's watch the language because I did a little test. And again, YouTube, when we cuss, they automatically hitting it when you got to do approval and all of that. So let's watch the language and then go from there until everything, all the kinks get out. What up, though, Mike? What's good with you?
Ain't nothing, man. Bored as I don't know what.
Oh man, I feel you on that one. Uh, did you watch The Last Dance 3 and 4?
No, that's what I was wanting to know about. I didn't know about The Last Dance. It's a new series or something?
Uh, this is about The Last Dance is the last year 1998, the 97-98 Bulls.
Okay.
So it was they had a crew following them around, and their last year winning the championship. So
Oh, okay.
that's what we're going to talk about
All
on
right.
that. So it is it's a pretty good documentary.
Is it like on cinema or something like that?
I don't know if it's on cinema, but I know it's
Okay.
probably on. It's probably on right now on ESPN or ESPN2.
All right, I might check it out.
Yeah, but it's an ESPN series, and the ESPN one actually, ESPN2 is the clean version of it. ESPN is playing the real version, so you're gonna hear cussing and everything, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna talk about. What up, Clifford? So if anybody want to jump on, who know about it, let's get it in.
Oh yeah, it's on.
Yep. So, you gotta turn. I'm gonna have to mute you because I do not want to get a copyright strike, Mike, because they play music and everything on that. So hey, check it out. Just jump back on, man, because this is for the ones who actually watched it. Oh, okay. Yep. So guys, only ones should be coming on is the ones that watched it. And again, it's a nice little series. A nice little series. He's watched the Dennis one. Wow. But the thing about it, one thing about it, we already knew a little bit about Dennis. It goes beyond that, guys. Dennis was actually a good athlete, well, great athlete, but some things took place the last year of him being a Piston. Some things where you had allegedly a few players, a couple players actually with his daughter's mom trying to get her. I don't know if they were successful at it, but it's crazy how when you got team members actually, causing major issues. When you bring your girl around and then you got one of your team members trying to get with her too, it caused a problem. So allegedly that's what was going on. It was real big. And then right after that, that's when you heard about Dennis being at the Palace of Auburn Hills with a allegedly a gun. And he fell asleep, and the police actually came to his vehicle and seen him, took him in and everything. And that's when everything just went kind of crazy with Dennis right there. That's when everything changed. He started doing the coloring and all of that. Dennis was actually the one that actually told, some of y'all may remember, but Dennis was one of told David Robinson, as long as you're the leader of the team, you would never win the championship. And he was absolutely right about that. When he went to the San Antonio Spurs, David didn't get a ring until Tim Duncan came in. Tim Duncan was the man, and got him a ring. Dennis is very, very smart and intelligent. But the thing I definitely want to talk about is ISIAH and Michael Jordan. It's crazy how, and there's been a few of them that actually knocked ISIAH. It's been well documented. The Detroit Pistons actually, when they was trying to pass the baton to Jordan, Detroit actually caused some issues. They wanted Jordan to be the next one because they knew Magic was getting older. Larry Bird was getting older. And they wanted some young superstar to end up taking over. So you had the Julius Erving, and then you had the Magic and Bird situation, and then you had, they wanted to pass it on to this young guy. Now there was in the documentary, there were rumors that, Magic, ISIAH, including Larry Bird, was trying to stop Jordan from getting the ball when he made the All-Star team. ISIAH denied it. They all denied it, so it was very, very, I don't know if that was truthful or not, but what I do know is how ISIAH got left off the squad. He definitely got left off the squad and of the Dream Team, and it caused some issues. Locally here, it was a big deal here in the city of Detroit. It was a big deal. We already knew it. Maybe it didn't get a lot of national attention at the time, but it definitely got local, and I couldn't believe how Stockton made it over ISIAH. It was crazy. But Detroit, if you were a Detroit Piston fan, you knew what time of day it was. And, it went because ISIAH spoke his mind. They tried to link him to if Bird was black, which it didn't even come from ISIAH. It came from Dennis Rodman. But because, ISIAH say, okay, yeah, well, okay. They threw it on ISIAH because he was the leader of the team. Let me go back to it. Let me just say this. ISIAH was probably the greatest. I ain't going to say probably. Is the greatest small player ever to play the game. He can score when it was time to score. He can pass the ball. He can get in there and break down the defense. In today's NBA, you don't see that. It's very rare that you got a point guard who can pass and shoot. And ISIAH did both of them very, very well. I didn't understand why he never got his recognition. ISIAH never got his recognition. It should have been Bird, Magic, ISIAH, really as they were in their prime. Remember, ISIAH retired at 32, guys. He, what I'm saying, dealing with injuries and everything like that. ISIAH took beatings. He took way more beatings than Michael Jordan took. That's all you got to do is go to the Karl Malone. If y'all haven't seen it, put in YouTube Karl Malone and ISIAH Thomas. When you see that, then come back to me and say, well, Jordan was getting beat down. Nah, go back to when ISIAH went to the hole and Karl Malone. No fine. I don't think Karl got fined, or if he got fined, it was $1,000, maybe $5,000 at the time. But no suspension. I don't remember any suspension, but I do remember ISIAH getting like 8 stitches. And it was very, very, it was hurtful to see that. Really, when this guy, ISIAH they say he's 6 feet. I done been right next to ISIAH Thomas because he used to come up to the Boys and Girls Club, which I attended as a kid on up to like 17, 18. And he come up there every year. All right, he come up there every year and, kick it, life skills with us. Just tell life stories, tell us, don't quit, just like Cecil Fielder used to come up there. And we had a guy father who actually played in the NHL, but it didn't work out too much because he blew out his knee. Back in them days, they didn't have the technology that they have now. But I was taller. At 18, I was taller than ISIAH. I'm 6'1". They had him at 6 foot. He might have been 5. I don't know. He may have been 5'11", 6 feet. I don't know. But I knew I was taller than him, So, but I never understood that when they say, oh, the Magic, the Birds, and then they skip over him to Michael Jordan. I never understood it. And if ISIAH would have played in today's era, he would definitely get mentioned. But I never understood that. People in Detroit never understood why he didn't never get the recognition. And, you know, he kind of came in and played a part in destroying what the NBA wanted the next best thing. You know, as Jordan was coming up, the Pistons was smacking him. You know, like, hey man, no, hell no. You know, honestly, the Pistons should have possibly had a 4-peat. They got cheated in the 87-88 championship when they called that foul at the end of the game on I think Lambeer on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, didn't even touch him, just did like this, and they got video proof, didn't touch him. They called the whistle. All right, you know, the Pistons took that and they just said, all right, from now on, we ain't gonna let it come down to the end, you know. But they always had this thing against Detroit. Detroit was a city, murder capital of the world, drug-ridden city, hustler city. You know, a lot of things negative was going on, and this is one of the positive things we had going on in the 80s, along with the Tigers. No, it was just them two at the time. It was just them two, the Tigers and the Pistons. So I just never understood why they never mentioned this guy, as little as he was. Had handles. People sit back and say, you know, Kyrie got handles and stuff like this. Isaiah Ben had them. You know, when he go to the right or the left, he wasn't going to the left with his right leg up. He went with the correct leg. When you go to your left hand and left leg up. And you look at some of today's players, they go to their left and they throw it up. They go for a layup, but they use their left hand, but the right leg be up. So he never, can dribble both hands, playing on a broke ankle, messed up wrist. And then you got to understand, in that 90-91 against the Bulls, he had a messed up wrist. So he was just broken up. And you got to understand, when you that small and you go into the hole, yeah, you're going to take a lot of abuse. And so, of course, he didn't get the recognition. And I just believe after the Bulls finally got to him, you know, because of a damn handshake, because you didn't congratulate him. And like I believe what he said, listen, why y'all ain't get on Larry Bird when he didn't shake our hand? And where is that? And they got film like with a minute to go. And when the Boston Celtics realized it was over, Bird, Parrish, only one that stayed on there. And like Isaiah said, I had to grab Miguel because Miguel was getting ready to walk off the floor. They were saying something, and and he had to grab Miguel, and they finally gave a play. But it's not a big thing. It's not a big thing. So I never understood that. Honestly, I never understood it. It's a double standard. That's what it is. It's a double standard. Not to take anything from Jordan. I never liked Jordan until I think once I knew our run was over, and then I seen what Jordan did. I say, man, this guy's something special. I grew up not liking him, but I respect him. Do I think he's the greatest of all time? Different eras. If you go by championships, no. But if you go by actually sitting back watching him, I didn't watch a lot of Muhammad Ali fights. I didn't come up in that era. I watched a lot of Roy Jones, and I think in my lifetime, I think Roy Jones Jr. is the greatest of my lifetime. So in my lifetime, as I experienced Jordan, I could say, yes, Jordan is the greatest player that I've seen in my lifetime. I can't go back to Bill Russell. I didn't watch. I hear the stories, but I never watched Bill Russell. I probably never go back and watch none of them old games in the 60s and stuff like that, 70s. But coming up in the 80s, 90s until now, I think Jordan is the greatest. And I think the next best thing to him, I think LeBron. I think LeBron. I like Kobe. Kobe was that dude, but Kobe did something that I really didn't like. He did something that really kind of took away. But you can't. I'm not going to sit back and say Kobe was not great. Kobe was awesome. I seen some things Kobe did, but I just think LeBron, what LeBron doing may not end up with the most championships, but when we go number by number, he's going to sit back. You got to respect this game. You got to respect the decision. So, that's just my take on back in the 80s, guys, you just got to understand it was a different area. It was no friend. If y'all remember, you seen ISIAH and Magic kiss, right? Every time they played, they kissed each other on the cheek. But then you actually seen them get into a fight in the finals. It was no friends then. I'm trying to win a championship. You trying to win. Ain't none of that. And they got to throwing blows. They got to throwing blows. And that's just how it was. It's not like today. So sometimes why will I don't know if I will call it. That's just what happened back in them days, guys. A lot of teams, when you beat them, they walk off the court. It's been proven. But you hold one accountable, but you're not holding everybody else to the same standards. That's what don't get me. And that's what that's just me. That's just me. When it comes to like the NBA and certain teams or certain people getting the utmost respect, but you look down on a person and y'all did the same thing. That's why I don't understand. Let me see what y'all saying up in here. And again, if you want to come on, you want to talk about it, let's talk about it. There's a link right there. And smack that thumbs up, guys. Is what is it? Almost 100 up in here. What up, though? Thomas say Dennis Rodman was a genius in marketing himself. Crazy, but he made a lot of money back there. Yes, and Thomas C is actually right. Do you know he got paid what, $1 million or $2 million just to wear that dress for what, 30 minutes? A lot of people would have did that. A lot of people would do that now. A lot of athletes. You give them a couple million, and back then, remember, a couple million is still a lot of money, but it's really back then. 2 million was a lot of money. $1 million was a lot of money back then. It was a lot. So hold up, let me see something right quick. Who else? And that company who used to dye his hair, the company that dyed his hair, who gave him the dye for his hair, actually paid him. He said, AI, what you talking about today? Allen Iverson? What's up, Norman? What's good with you? Yeah, it's nice in Michigan too, Ed. His attitude played a big part of him not being mentioned. I disagree with that. It wasn't his attitude. It wasn't his attitude. Because if you're gonna say that, then you had a lot of people that actually should not have made the All-Star team and nothing like that. You can't get mad at a person who want to win. Every person that want to win had an attitude or a certain way. Charles Barkley told us back in the told us what? I'm not your kid's role model when they were trying to force it on. Charles Barkley even said it. Charles Barkley like, man, get the F on with that. That's just what Charles Barkley said. So I don't know if it was attitude. They took something from Dennis Rodman, and since ISIAH didn't downplay it, that's what they used against him. And ISIAH didn't even do it. It was Dennis Rodman. He's a poor sportsmanship. Okay. You had a lot of that. Yeah, I ain't like Jordan at first. He was a rival of ours. Jordan, in that documentary, Jordan did, in order for him to get passes, y'all seen Jordan what? In the weight room. All right, because it wasn't none of that. And once Jordan learned how to shoot that jumper, that's what, because if Jordan, the Pistons actually showed you how to play Jordan. And when Jordan was just a driver, Jordan didn't work on this jumper until when they lost that game. All right, that game 7 game. So that's when he stepped his game up. What up, Chris? Yo say, sorry, Dale, but I think Kobe was better than LeBron comparing their prime time. Hey, I'm gonna just tell you like this, men, women lie. Numbers don't. But I mean, I understand. I mean, I just think LeBron, when you talk about their prime, I think Kobe had a more killer instinct than LeBron. But I just think LeBron is a better all-around player when it comes to Kobe. That's just my thoughts. And LeBron could play point guard. He can play shooting guard. He can play. I mean, he's not a shooter, but he can play pretty much any position on the floor. He's a boxing Tyson, basketball Jordan, football Deion Sanders, baseball. I don't know. I have to think. I feel you, Uno. So they'll say, you mean when Kobe snitched? Yes. Now it wasn't only Shaq. He actually snitched on Karl Malone too. That's the only knock I have on Kobe. Other than that, I think I would be a bigger fan of Kobe, but I just don't believe when you get caught, you tell on everybody else. Yep. So if LeBron played during the era of hard fouls, then it might be different. It might be. We'll never know. So, bro, we'll never know. Then again, I don't know. If you put any of them guys in that era of hard fouls and stuff like that, a lot of them wouldn't make it. A lot of them would not make it. A lot of them guys wouldn't make it. I'm coming down. Coming down. Brian say, Dale, I disagree. Well, come on in. There go the link. That's what I want. I think it's okay to have a cordial conversation without getting mad at each other and stuff like that. Come on in. Tell me why you disagree. Maybe you can change my mind on some things. I don't know. But come on in. Anybody got any this is open conversation. We all gonna have our differences and our favorites, but maybe you could change my mind on some things. Yo, virtual hug. Oh, hugs. So what up, Jeffro? Say LeBron did the same thing when Dallas beat him. Championship, he did shake hands, but they don't hold it against him. Absolutely. So, and that's what I'm saying. LeBron is the face of the NBA. So, usually the face of the NBA, they're not going to hold anyone accountable. Just like when you heard Jordan was a sore loser. Jordan was a sore loser. You heard of him if he was playing cards, how he tipped over tables and got up in players' faces and stuff like that. You heard all type of rumors. I don't know how true they were, but you heard all type of rumors. It's been documented. Him and Steve Kerr, little Steve Kerr, had a disagreement. Bam, So it's been documented. It's been times. Look, it's been some things that you heard about Jordan. I'm not gonna go into all of it, but that's the competitor in him though. So it's okay for Jordan to be competitive and say, hey man, F, you know this, but it's not all right for ISIAH to do the same thing. That's a double standard. Say Detroit came up with the Jordan rules, so all teams tried to play the Bulls that way. Hey, and listen, if you got the best player flying through the air, and like they said in the documentary, you heard, well, we already knew what time of day it was because we knew what it was. But it was that time where you can barely even touch Jordan. You couldn't touch him. If you just blew on him, that was a foul. So they came up with a strategy that said, hey, listen, before he take flight, if he get through, if he get in between when we double team, hey, trip him, do whatever, grab his arm. We ain't letting him take off. And that's why he had to go into the weight room. You know, and that's what you're supposed to do. What did Detroit have to do? You know, if y'all been looking at like ESPN and you know, it's a mental game. ESPN and Fox Sports, it's a mental game. You know, you seen it. They say, listen, Detroit said, listen, Boston, we knew we were talented to stay with them, but they were mentally tough. That's why they beat us. So we learned how to get mentally tough and physical with them. We finally got them, went to the Lakers. They cheated us out of that because honestly, we should have three-peated. All right. So now we had to get mentally, even more mentally tough. No, we ain't gonna let it be close. We're gonna just destroy them. If we get to the championship, we're gonna destroy them and keep moving. But I guarantee with this documentary, I guarantee they're going to do a documentary on the Bad Boys, a real documentary, because it's a lot of questions that need to get answered, you know, and it's definitely going to play its role, you know, because a lot of people looking at, and like ISIAH say, damn, for me not shaking his hand, he said that's the only thing that's left off of my resume. I won in high school. I won the championship in college. I won in the NBA. And at the height in the prime of his career, you left me off the team because a couple people don't like me. I didn't think that was fair. Detroit was highly upset. And that's why it took a long time before Detroit, you know, you had your fans of Jordans and stuff like that. But people were definitely you know, they was hurt, and there's a lot of players now that say, yeah, ISIAH should have made that squad. But I wonder, they never said, to me, they should have asked Jordan, why didn't you fight for ISIAH to be on that team? They never questioned that, you know, and even though he was like, yeah, you know, ISIAH was being a, you know, whatever, his thing. Yeah, in the competition, we're going to do some things. You broke a man's nose. You know, you broke a man's nose because y'all had a disagreement. What you said about Karl Malone, I believe it because I'm a diehard Warriors fan. Before the championship, Karl Malone broke Daniel Morris. Yeah, Karl Malone was a vicious person. He was very, very talented, you know, and the argument, you know, you're going to have some people that said, oh, man, you know, John Stockton was way better than ISIAH. You know, listen, if you speak to any fan of the NBA, they're going to tell you crazy. All right. The only thing that John Stockton had over ISIAH was the assist. All right. Karl Malone attracted so much attention because he was a great scorer. Honestly, if Karl Malone would have stayed with the Utah, he would have broke on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but he was chasing the championship. So he made a terrible decision and went to the Lakers. You know, but you know, some people who say championship don't mean anything. Well, ultimately it did to him. That's the only reason he joined the Lakers. And you see what happened. They lost to the Pistons. All right. They lost to the Pistons. It's just crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, Karl Malone was very, very physical too. Big dude, you know. Arguably, he can go down in the top 2 if not top 3, 4 power forwards ever in the game. And that's how John Stockton racked up his assists. You know, if Karl Malone averaging 26, 27 points a game, and who's always giving it to him on the pick and roll and stuff like that. So, you know, the Pistons ran the pick and roll, you know, and that's just how it was. That's just how it was. But Karl Malone was very, very physical, but yeah, he did ISIAH. He did ISIAH wrong. Karl Malone still uses his flip flop too. I wouldn't doubt it. That's how all them old school guys are. After Chicago took Dennis Rodman from the Spurs, they started winning, especially when Rodman rebounded and ruthlessness. But got to remember, he was part of the bad boy. And I'm going to tell you like this, King Dose. I'm not going to lie. In the playoffs or in the championship, one of them championships, I want to say if it wasn't the last championship, it was because they won in 97-98. The 96-97. Rodman could have been MVP. Rodman could have been MVP easily because I think he was averaging like 20. If my eyes, I'm gonna see how many rebounds was Rodman in the playoffs. Rodman was averaging, if not 20, 19 rebounds, doing all the dirty work, offensive boards and everything. Playoffs. I'm gonna say playoffs. On Bulls. Let me see. I just want to see his playoff stats. It should have been up there. It should have been up there. I want to go by his playoff stats. Let me see. Let me see where he was at on playoffs. When he was with the Bulls. I wish they break. Oh, here you go, right here. Bulls. Where the rebounds? Yeah, in the playoffs. Hold up, this is regular season. I want to see the playoffs though. That's what I want to see. I would like to see the playoffs. That's what I would like to see. And it's not given. Hold up. Okay, here we go right here. No, it might have been 96. I know one of them years, they said he averaged in the playoffs, but I want to see the championship. They just showing, I would have to get that because they just showing all of the playoffs. I want to see in the championship what he did. Because one year he was averaging like 18, 19, 20 boards a game. So it was crazy. And he was just one of them. He was one of them. Then to say Kristen Layton, yeah, I didn't understand that either. And Shaq was like killing him, but because it was Duke and they won the championship, that's right. He said Tim Duncan, yeah, I cannot lie. Tim Duncan was I called Tim Duncan the silent killer. I mean, he didn't talk smack. The greatest bank shooter ever in the NBA. Yep. So yeah, the NBA is not the same anymore. I mean, basically, if you want to get your bread, you're gonna get your bread. That's just how it is. Say ISIAH was tight because he was from Chicago. Then Jordan started getting all the Chi-Town love. I'll be tight too. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It definitely it's crazy. But like I said, it's very, very interesting. But he definitely should have been on the team. when you mention Magic and Bird, ISIAH should be mentioned in that era. All right. That's just I never understood that. The market, I just never understood why ISIAH never all-star MVP, a couple times, a couple championships, but he was just never mentioned in that area, in that era. They just said, oh, Magic, Bird, Jordan. All right, well, what about everybody else? Yeah, Charles Barkley was killing it at one time. Karl Malone, but they it's all about who they wanted to market. So, which I understand. But let's move on, guys. And if you're just tuning in, go and smack that thumbs up. I wanted to, talk about the Last Dance a little bit, and you heard it here first. They're going to make. They got a documentary of the Bad Boys, but it's going to be some type of ESPN documentary. I guarantee within the next 3 years when they sit down, because this has been just this week alone. It was so many segments just talking about ISIAH and Michael. But Michael did, with listening to Stephen A. Smith, Michael said, listen, ISIAH is the second best point guard ever behind Magic Johnson, but he's the greatest smallest, the greatest small player of all time. He's up there. But I believe the Pistons imaged the Bad Boys with their downfall back then, but I believe he should have made the Dream Team period. I don't know about that, because the Bad Boys they didn't start rocking that until the year, I want to say the year that the first year. And it wasn't that it was just they were physical. They can say that was it, but they had a lot of teams trying to be like them though. So I don't think that type of image, it ain't like they asked for the image. That's something the fans came up with. It ain't like they came out and said, hey, we're the Bad Boys. No. One of them fans or something came out with a Bad Boy because they were so physical. And they just took it and ran with it. And they actually used it for merchandise, made a lot of money, because I think I had a couple of the Bad Boys, but they were such a tight-knit group, and that's just how it was. They can say that now, but I don't think so. They can say what they want to say, because if that was the case, they would have came down on the Pistons big time. You would have had David Stern saying, no, y'all can't use that. You can't use that. But it was good for the NBA. It was good. It was actually good, because if the Pistons making money, everybody making money. And Detroit, and what Detroit was going through, Detroit get a bad rap to this day because they burnt down the city back in the 60s. So they get a bad rap. When entertainers come here, they get out of hand. Entertainers get smacked up. It's just that's just how it is. It's nothing on that's just how it is. Let's just say you can't come in and you got to follow rules and regulations if you come to Detroit. That's just how it is. That's just how they're going to do it. I ain't going to even lie to you. That's just how it is. Say Lambeer was dangerous with those fouls. Detroit was very, very dangerous. Like I said, Detroit was very, very dangerous at the time. And there was a lot of things going on in Detroit, layoffs, everything. You got to understand what the city was going through at the time the Pistons were going up, And so you had a lot of, you had some good things going on as far as sports. But then, you had some bad things too. It was rough, but, it taught you some things, though. It taught you some things. Yep. So let's go. Let's talk about this TiVo stream. Y'all heard me. This is a new device. Some of y'all know about it. Let me see if I can share with the TiVo stream 4K. This is going to be another Android device. It's going to be another. Let me get it for y'all because some of y'all may have not seen it, and I'll show y'all a picture of it. Let me do the image right quick. Let me just go to TiVo, right? I guess I'll just go to TiVo. Some of y'all who may have not seen it. This is the newest device that's coming right here. All right. The specs are not all of that great. But I mean, if you just want to watch TV shows and movies, you don't need a super high powerful device. I think your minimum should be 2 gigs. Shoot, you got some devices out here. Well, you got a lot of devices out here that are 4 gigs. Then you got some 3 gig devices and you got some 2 gigs. 2 gig devices are still out here and it's still very powerful enough to run movies and TV show apps. All right. As far as all the gaming, no. But this is the newest device that is coming. You know, we just got to make sure that it is able, you know, to run everything that it's supposed to. I'm hoping it's open. Not all Android devices are open, including the Nvidia Shield. But this one says it's come with the Google Play with over 5,000. So I'm guessing it's going to be the original Google app where you just sign into your account and go from there. This is going to be the competition for the Roku and the Fire Stick 4K. As you see, it's a dongle. It's kind of similar. It's a rectangular one, and it kind of reminds me of. Let me see if I got it up here. Maybe I don't. I don't even have it up here. Let me see if I got the. Let me see if I got it. I don't even know where I did with it. Oh, right here. So it's going to be similar to this, guys. All right. Let me make myself full screen. It's going to be similar to this one. As you know, this is this is called the box, if I'm not mistaken. They call this the second gen box. I don't know where. Oh, here you go, right here. Hold up. So, you know, basically this was it. Of course, I had to tear the sticker when I ordered it. But they actually had this as the box. You know, it replaced. It actually replaced the Amazon boxes, and they called this one right here the box, but it was supposed to replace these. Now these devices were very, very powerful, nice. These still work. These actually still work, but this was the replacement of that. And so this is, you know, so when you go back to the TiVo, it's actually very, very similar. All right, it's just a rectangular shape, and it's very, very, you know, it should. I'm hoping it's going to be just as good as the Fire Stick 4K. A lot of people, this did not sell well though. They didn't. This did not sell. A lot of people didn't like this one, even though it worked for me. But a lot of people didn't care too much for it. But I mean, it could get the job done, all right? But this one right here, the box, the Amazon box is a little dusty right now, but this was that nice little device right there. So, I can't wait for it to come out. I want to get it. Again, I don't know what stores it's going to be at, but I'm quite sure Best Buy is going to be one. Because They do sell it on. They do sell TiVos at Best Buy. They said it supposed to came out last month in April, but it got pushed back. Rumors are because of the pandemic, of this coronavirus, it got pushed back. So they're hoping to have it in 2 to 3 weeks. I'm looking at this month. Hopefully we'll get some more details very, very soon on this device. But it's going to be good for business. We say jailbreak TiVo. That's gonna be. We're gonna have to find a term that we're gonna have to find a term. Like, yeah, I got a jailbreak Fire Stick. Are we gonna say a jailbreak TiVo? So it's gonna be very, very interesting. When it's come out. So when it come out, I'm gonna hook that bad boy up to the multi-viewer, and I'm going to share it with y'all. You already know this, but that's just another device that's coming out, and it's gonna be very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Let me see what everybody's saying up in this joint. Don't forget to smack that thumbs up if you're just tuning in. It's gonna be another cord cutting device. Be able to say yeah, get them when they come out, because they're going from 50 to 80 after launch. Yeah, and the thing about it, that's what they said after the launch. But they probably going to pay attention. Really, if you're gonna have a competition with the Fire Stick, I don't know if you want to go up to no $80. Really, when you're saying that's going to be your competitor right there. So it's going to be interesting, though. It's going to be interesting. Jammer say, hey, Dale, how much storage does the TiVo stream have? 2 gigs of RAM and 8 gigs of storage. Yep. So it's the same as the Fire Stick. You say Dale got like a toy, so okay. I got to get these goodies put away, man. I got to do better. What up, Don? What's up? What's up? What's up, Air 10? How you doing? Yeah, it got to come with. If it don't come with dual Wi-Fi, then it's not going to be worth it. It has to. Looking at all the specs that it has, it'll be dual Wi-Fi. Yup. Don said $80 they won't sell at that price. No way. And that's what I'm thinking too. Will they want to get an extra, $30 out of you? Absolutely. But I don't think it'll be a good idea. So there's been room when they first launched it, it's going to be 50, and then they said it's going to go to its regular price. If they want to go against the Fire Stick 4K and that's the competitor, I wouldn't go up to no $80. I'll tell you that. Not when you're saying the stick is your competitor. That'll be a bad marketing scheme on their end. Really, when you got the same specs. Now, maybe if you was a 4 gig RAM, 8 gigs on storage, or 16 gigs of internal storage, I think people will say, hey, I'll pay that, but no. You say expect 5 to 10 emails on jailbreak. You know me, I'm gonna be the first one. Jailbreak TiVo. Jailbreak your TiVo. Y'all heard it first here, right? Y'all heard it first. I'm gonna be like, jailbreak. Let me show you how to jailbreak your TiVo. Hey, it's probably gonna get crazy. It's going to get crazy. But I just love new devices. I love when we're thinking outside the box and everything, hopefully, like I said, hopefully we get something soon. Hopefully. Let me give a salute, Ken. Thank you. Say from Miss Sonia MS7. Thank you, Miss Sonia MS7. Thank you for the love, Mike. Thank you for the love. Appreciate y'all. So it's going to be very, very interesting. And so, guys, I do want to talk about the trending. It's been a lot of talk on a couple of songs that came out. I'm quite sure a lot of y'all had it. Maybe I might even do a video on it, like on Facebook or something like that. I do know. Before we go there, I do want to talk about Steven Jackson and him leaving his wife. For some of y'all, hold on, let me see something right quick. For some of y'all who did see that video and want to talk about it, come on through. Steven Jackson leaving his wife. Well, not his wife, but his fiance at the altar and actually walking away from a marriage. Hey, if you watched it, come on through. I mean, how raw can you be? How raw can you be? I think that 36 minutes was as truthful. I believe every word he said. It went from, listen, look, I love you. Great advice. Great advice. That's the next thing we're going to talk about. If y'all don't come on, I just give y'all my thoughts on it and then go from there. Yeah. Yeah. So definitely. That was a good man. That was a good video. And the things that you learned from it, when you finally get on, what happened when that wedding didn't happen, the music that was played, Mike Baby Mama, it was great to even talk about that. I'll give it a couple more minutes. If not, nobody come on, I definitely go into it myself. I don't watch that thing. I watched it again. I watched a little bit of it early this morning. But man, it was so, man, just to see him a millionaire and this woman who he really loved and what stopped the marriage was a prenup. And I'm quite sure y'all know about the prenups. The people without the prenups, guys who finally get divorced and she take half, if not more. It is such a double standard when it comes to that. A guy, I even see it before he got drafted and stuff like that. But a lot of these guys get married when they are veterans in the league, and when they get married without a prenup, when they finally break up, the woman walks away with majority of the income, and they tell the guy, you'll be able to make it up. So that's the reason why he wanted this prenup, to protect himself. If it don't work between us, no, you're not getting all this that I work for. He even stated he said, listen, I was in the gym. I didn't even know you when I was in the gym working out and perfecting the game. And Steven Jackson was raw as it get. So it started off, he said he loved her, and he really loved her. And the thing about it, he spent over $400,000 on this wedding. His money, not her money. His money. We ain't gonna even count the ring and all of that, because I'm quite sure that was probably $100,000 too. But for the wedding, $400,000. Now, for the last 5 months, I'm quite sure it came up. They agreed to sign this prenup. But the thing about it, she didn't want to sign it. She kept pushing it off. She pushed it off. And so even up to the wedding, he was like, hey, listen, I need that prenup signed, and she would not sign it, and it was crazy. And he called it off. This was a great 36 minutes of listening to him. One of the things is I think she already had her second baby or something like that. They got 2 kids together. And Steven Jackson, one of them guys, he just give great pointers. He gives some absolute great pointers. If you ain't up on him, definitely find out his Instagram or Twitter and follow that brother, man. That brother will give you some pointers. But anyway, leading up to the wedding, you know, he said, you ain't gonna sign it. She didn't sign it. So he said, the wedding is off. He said, forget it. And the wedding is off. And so he kicked it with the guys, you know, Bibby and Stefan Marbury. And they like, she ain't signing the prenup, then no, forget her. You know, but the thing about it, he showed his emotion because he really loved her. And he said he was in there crying like a baby because he really wanted to marry this woman. He really wanted to marry this woman, and he was crying like a baby because she did not sign it. Well, to make a long story short, she finally said, I will sign it. But somebody gave him some great advice. Somebody said, listen, if she signed it under stress, when y'all go to court, she can basically say, well, I was under stress and it was an emotional moment, so I signed it, and they can throw that out of court. So he said, no, you didn't. You had 4 or 5 months to sign this prenup. You didn't sign it. The wedding is off. And when I looked it up, guys, if somebody is under stress and you telling them, hey, I need you to sign it, it's like you forcing them. And to make you happy, I'ma sign it. I'ma sign it because you're stressing me out. You know, I want to be with you, so I'ma just sign it just so I can shut you up. And he said, no, you won't be using that against me in court. You know, and they will throw it out, you know. And the thing about it, it probably came out she wanted some money. You know, if it didn't work out, she was gonna take half his money. And it was just very, very interesting because he was in there crying. He was boo-hooing. He was in there crying. And Mike Bibby mama came there, and he, man, the way he was talking about it, I was sitting back like, wow. And he said he was crying so much he even had snot bubbles. Because he was so in love with this woman, but she didn't even want to sign this paper. You know, and I believe he would have gave her the world if she didn't already have it. But he was like, listen, if it don't work out, you're not about to claim me. You're not about to tear me out, you know, and take majority of everything that I worked so hard for. And he said, Mike Bibby, moms, grabbed it, rubbed his face, including the snot, rubbed everything off his face and said, today you became a man. And he said he would never, ever, 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 because she was on his side. And not only that, let's go back. He met up with this pastor who she wanted, that knew her friends or whatever. And the pastor came in there and was like, let God handle it. He was like, well, let God handle your situation. You know, and the pastor said, well, I don't believe in prenups. If you love them, you love them. And he said, hold up. So that's why she got you and didn't want my pastor. Because he said she didn't even know this pastor. But all his life, he knew his pastor. He wanted his pastor, you know, to do the ceremony. And so he took a loss. It was crazy, man. It was just crazy how it led up to everything from her not signing to this preacher that he didn't know, but because she wanted him, he agreed. She didn't know because he was recommended. He was recommended because one of her friends. And so him and the pastor had some words. Well, man, maybe you don't believe it. That's on you. But I'm not getting married. The wedding is off, straight up. And so when he went boo-hooing, he said Mike Bibby moms came up in there, wiped the tears and the snot. Now, y'all all know now, you know, we wipe some kids. But she actually treated him like he was her son and wiped the snot and everything off this man's face. And then told him, say, you know what, Stephen, today you became a man. Because you stood up for what you believed in. And you knew deep down inside, hold up, if she don't do this, something is not right. And when the pastor and everything, and he stood up to the pastor, I don't care what you saying. And that's what happens sometimes. Pastors come in, hey, you supposed to do this and this and that. Yeah, maybe for you. Maybe for you, but your way is not my way. And there's a lot of guys that fall up under there. And it was just, man. And they threw themselves a party. And the very first song that they put out was Gold Digger, because that's what she portrayed herself as. When she didn't sign that prenup, we know what time of day it is now. You want some money because you look at your friends, you want a certain lifestyle. And no, you're not gonna do that on me. You're not gonna do it on me. And like I said, the main thing is, I ain't gonna say I condone it, but I understand it. Your girls was like, well, forget them. The girls in her party, they wasn't part of his party. The girls was up there like, look, we came all the way out here for nothing. Where y'all going to party? And he say she done, not she know now. He didn't give any names, but he said he ended up smashing one of her girls that night. And it was crazy. And it was just, he was so hurt. But he said, you trying to play me. And then all of a sudden you want to sign under this distress so you can use it against me in court just in case we don't work out. You're going to say, the only reason I did it, you're going to get some lawyers and they're going to talk to you. They're going to talk for you, and use it against him. And he said it. He said, and what that's going to do, because she was stressed, you stressed her out for signing this on this. It's supposed to be your greatest day ever. I'm so stressed, they're going to throw it out and still take what he worked so hard to get. It was crazy. It was crazy. And I just think it was such a great 36 minutes. And it actually taught you something, So guys, if you ever make it, and some of these guys go out here and find some of these women, high priced women, and and they just don't understand, man, that because she got a body, she can walk in them heels, she stand out, she's pretty. So a lot of that stuff end up divorced anyway. Just look at the NBA. The NBA has, or look at sports, period. Don't none of them guys be going out there getting them high priced women, and it doesn't work out. None of it. They had them kids, and then you see them guys after they retire, them guys be living in regular houses like me and you. It never, ever, ever work out. It never work out. So let me see. It said if it has TiVo DVR, they using the cloud service. Only way you can use the DVR if you use Sling TV. So you have to get that, Dennis. QC say she was a gold digger. She was. It proved that what she was in it for. She was in it for, like, listen, if it don't work out, I'm taking all his stuff, because that's what happens. When we don't have our lives in order, that's what happens. That's what happens. I done seen where people were married, right? And the guy get with another woman, they split up but never get divorced, and say the guy died. Now, this woman who he been with for 10, 15 years, don't have nothing because he never got a divorce. And guess what happened? The wife who never got the divorce come and take control of everything because you didn't do the simple thing and to making sure this man got a divorce. And a lot of women do that. They sit back, and when you get a divorce, I'm going to get it one. I'm going to get it. You keep playing house, and then if something happened to him, anything in his name, including, and I seen this happen. I know somebody. The house was in his name. Been staying with this woman over 10 years. Never got a divorce. Never got married. She helped pay bills and everything. Well, he ended up passing away. Guess what the wife did, who hasn't been with him over 10 years? Came and moved that woman out. Them cars that was in his name, that the one he paid for was in his name, and anything that was in his name, she got it. I mean, that woman fought court and everything. She went to court and all that. Everything that was in his hand in his name went to the wife. So, ladies, if you're in that situation, these guys, you want to play house, and he's still married, you better either make sure either is it going to be in your name, or you better make sure he get a divorce. Because if that woman I'm telling you, if that woman notice that, oh, he got how many cars? And when she find out, oh, that house is in it, that's my house. I'm still the wife. And there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. So I think it's an interesting part was the end when his finance's best friend. Yes, yeah, they can be ruthless. It was crazy. Say it was his attorney. Yep. Say that was not good advice from pastor. Yeah, and you got some pastors, man. Some pastors come in. Oh, that's not in the scripture. All that, and it may be true. At the end of the dude, you're not gonna pay my bills. You're not gonna even come in and pay $10. You're not going. After this is all said and done, you're not gonna even see me anymore. It ain't like you're gonna be checking up on me. So absolutely. But some pastors, they step over their boundaries instead of being, honest. Like, hey, listen, being honest, they gonna listen. Up there, I don't believe in prenups. All right, but that's you. That's you. Ms. Mo said, I don't think it should have got to the day of. Yes, it got to the day of. If the week before it was not signed, it shouldn't have been a wrap. And I think he was looking at like, hey man, I'm married. He was looking at, man, I'm married, and I'm about to get married. I really love her. And sometimes, when you're in love, sometimes it be like that. So yeah, it's a bad time right now. The wife's not, but she gave him the best advice. So yeah, spent $400,000 on the wedding. So it was doomed from start. What up, Will? Facts. So I believe that video was great teaching moment for everyone. Absolutely, man. And for anybody that's going to get married, make sure you get your stuff in order. A lot of times people won't even tell you that, but make sure you got your stuff, because I'm telling you, marriage is tough. Marriage is very, very hard. Marriage is very, very hard. You got two individuals coming together as one. And, it sounds good in the Bible and everything. It sounds very great. Oh, y'all one. But you can have one who think this way. You can have another one who think this way. It's all good before, the vows and everything. But, yeah, you got to work together as a team, and some people be like, oh, I'm going to do 50, like Teddy Pendergrass, 50-50. If 50, no, it should be 100 and 100. If I'm going hard for you, you should go hard for me. And that's just how it should be. It shouldn't be no 60-40 or no 70-30. It shouldn't be like that. Both of y'all should put 100% in it. And when y'all come to an agreement and have an understanding, it just works itself out. Even if y'all don't agree with some of the things, you still respect each other and get the job done. But you got some people that come in and will cause some confusion and everything. Or you got one of them just not going to go, that's not going to be on the same page. And it causes friction. So marriage is very, very tough. Very, very tough. What's up, Born to Horn? What up, though? What's good? What's up, Lenore? How you doing? Say, glad I'm staying single. You know what? If you find somebody good, D nice, I think, I think it's always good to find someone who is good. You know, I think if you find somebody that's good and you work on it, I don't believe in, you know, unless you want to, but if you find somebody, because one day you're gonna get old. One day you're gonna get old and you're gonna need that person. You know, you're gonna need that person. And there's a lot of guys out here, they get old and they don't have anyone. You know, they don't have any family to share with. You know, you want to be able to share, you know, your life with somebody, you know, and you know, because one day you're gonna get old. One day you're gonna get old, and if you got children, the children gonna listen. The children gonna do their own thing. Not every child want to come back and have to help mama and daddy out. You know, it just. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but you know, if you find somebody, take that advantage and actually you know, share that moment. It could be something very, very awesome, man. I know some people that are married, man, and it seems like every week, even in this coronavirus thing, man, they just together. They always smiling. I got a friend right now. I got a friend, her sister, who we all grew up, but her and her husband just, I mean, they take care of each other. You see him doing, I mean, always, and they share a moment, and I love that. I love that. I mean, you know, he surprised her with a car, and look, she go out and get him I think she did something for him. I don't know if he got a motorcycle or something, but they both work and they work hard at their craft. They got a couple children and they just share that love, man. And it's such an awesome. I love looking at them on Facebook. I love it. And just yesterday, he said he came home from work, and it's just the thought process of saying, "I'm going to take care of my husband." You know, I'm going to take care. I'm gonna make sure my husband. That way, if my husband get out here, he's gonna remember what he got at home. Man, look, she got a table, went out and got a white cloth, put some flowers on there, had a plate for him, had a plate for her, and they told I mean, it was just so beautiful on Facebook, but they always do that. I mean, this cat will go live and be like, "Hey man, my wife at work, but I'm kicking it with y'all. I'm out here, I'm shopping for my wife, you know," and that's what he do. He be like, "Man, I love her. I love her, I love her, I love her." And he do whatever he gotta do, you know, and you know, I just love seeing that. I love seeing couples who take care of each other. You know, it's this guy doing this for his woman, she's doing that for her husband. I'm telling you, and just to see it, you know, not to say they don't have a disagreement, but I mean, every time I bump into him, I mean, yeah, man, we about to take a trip. You know, my wife just bought some tickets to Las Vegas. You know, we going there. You know, and he love it. He love it. So it's crazy. What's up, Chop? Who? How much is that? Well, you got to let me know the price, man. You can't come and say we need this and don't give me a price, man. Eddie said, I think Stephen Jackson escaped a bad marriage there because she clearly was a gold digger. She filed papers in all the states he lived. That was crazy. When he said that, I said, yeah. And finally, that judge actually agreed with him. Like, dude, I'm paying my child support. Why is she following me around? So she definitely was about that money. Yeah. She said, you better put that ring on. Yeah, so Don, once you find one, she good, man. I'm telling you, as long as, listen, you take care of her and she take care of you, and the rest will be history. Not to say y'all not gonna get into it, nothing like that. Shit, arguments always happen, but you know, when you got two people caring for each other, who just, you know what I'm saying, you know, who wake up and say, you know what, I'm about to do something special for my husband, or I'm about to do something special for my wife. You know, I think that's just it keeps that fire lit. You know, when you got one person that's doing some more, you know, it just keep. I don't care what it is. Men think of your wives, wives think about your man. And I'm telling you, it just works out. Yep, you got to find that right one. You got to. Say, Dale, in my personal opinion, your advice to D Nice was spot on. Absolutely. I would never steer him the wrong way. I would never steer nobody the wrong way. Everybody is not for everyone, but when you find that right one, when that right one got you thinking, and look, at the time, she probably was doing everything perfect for him. Waking up, he probably had breakfast, everyone. She probably was good, but she did not want to do the little thing that will make him smile. I'm doing everything to make you smile, but what are you doing to make me smile? I don't need anything from you. I just need you to be my partner. But the only thing I want you to do is sign this piece of paper so you don't take everything from me. And she couldn't even do that. So that, I'm telling you, man, when you find that right one, man, I just love seeing couples who look out for each other. I mean, when that happened, and like I said, I got one. I don't know about my one friend. I don't know, but I do know my one friend though. I'll be sitting back like, man, they always, this guy like, hey Dale, man, yeah, my wife just came, she told me, hey, on such and such, we going here, but he take care of her too, you know what I'm saying? And it just, they gonna be one of them couples when they turn like 50 to 55, be able to retire, and just their kids gonna be grown, and they gonna be just taking trips, Paris. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be taking Jamaica, all type of places. They gonna be out of here. Hey, Superdell, The Last Dance is pretty good. Yeah, The Last Dance is very, very nice. It's a nice documentary. Very, very nice. Renee said, happy wife, happy life. I disagree with that. And I'm going to tell you why I disagree with that. Because men got feelings too. I always hear that, happy wife, happy life. Well, so what? My life is not good? Oh, so it's only good to just make her happy? I disagree with that. And I don't think people should use that term. I think, you got to do something. Now, if it make you happy and you think you're going to have a happy life, I just don't agree with that term, because males have, have feelings too, and it's just, I just think both of y'all should be making each other happy. It should be happy wife, happy life, happy husband, whatever rhyme with that too, because I think when the husband is happy, he does whatever for a family. He'd take one for the family. But when that husband is not right, that husband can go out and do some things that shouldn't be done. So I don't agree with that. I think both parties should be happy. It shouldn't just be always on that. And all the ones, look, all the successful marriages I've been around, both parties were happy. That lasted. Both parties were happy. Usually, and you seen it. You just seen it. You didn't see one and not see the other. You seen them both. Not to say you can't have long marriages, because these people been out there married 40 years, but they don't do everything together. You may see one, you may see the other, but they just committed to each other. You got to be happy in a relationship. And if that man is not happy or that woman is not happy, it's always going to be an issue. Always. Yeah, let me see. So it should, hey, Renee, husband should be happy too. Yep, Dale, your picture is all blurred. I don't know what's going on. That's on YouTube side. I don't know what's going on with it. It's probably a lot of people streaming too. She said, I believe both people have to be happy with. Yeah, I agree. Yep, Brian said, I hate saying that too. And people say that, man. And you know what? I had a friend. Hey, happy wife, happy life. It didn't last not even 2 years. And you know what? And I asked him, I said, what happened to the happy wife? How did she, what'd you do that didn't make her happy? Man, forget that, man. She thought I was doing everything, man. She thought I was supposed to go to work. I'm supposed to do this, do that, do that. I'm like, I say, but you said you wanted to make her happy. So I just disagree with that term, man. Husbands got to be happy too. Yeah, both have to. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with YouTube today. I seen it earlier on my feed. I think they knocked me down to 480. I tried refreshing and everything. So I agree with you, Superdell. Yes. Say Miss Sonia is my best friend and makes me happy. That's what's up. That is what's up. That's how I'm supposed to be, Ken. T said I'm dating a female. She just a user though. I bought her something and just canceled the order. And yeah, I mean, if you find out some things, then yeah. But hopefully it get better, Latif. Hold up. Hopefully y'all can have a civil, conversation and a better understanding, and and then go from there. Learn from it, and then go from there. It's getting better. But you got to, when it comes to a relationship, though, you got to be on the same page, man. I'm telling you, when it's not on the same page, it just make it that much harder. It make it that much harder. So you definitely you have to be on the same page, or you're gonna be looking at it and be like, people been together 30 years and be like, man, what's a waste of time? They get divorced. Some of them get divorced. What's up, Fernando? What's up? So lastly, guys, I definitely want to talk about the trending music that's going on. One of them is by Drake, that slide. I'm gonna mess around and do a video on it. It's a pretty easy dance. Y'all will see me. I do it live on there too. It's crazy. It is crazy. But I definitely those are my top 2 songs of this week. And the thing about it, just seeing a lot of people on YouTube doing it, it is crazy. And the latest one I've been listening to, Megan Thee Stallion and Beyonce, that Savage remix. That Beyonce, both of them killed it. Both of them, new verses and everything from Megan. Beyonce did her thing on that. I'm telling you, you really got to listen to what she's saying, and you're like, man, it's crazy. It is crazy. Those are like the 2 songs that's being played the most, at least locally here. When I get in the car, it seems like I'm hearing that Drake song. They're gonna play that Drake song. You're gonna learn the song on the radio as much as they play it. And then they dropped that Megan Thee Stallion last week too. So with Beyonce. So but listen, I love listening to music. It relaxes me. Sometimes I'll be down here programming, I'll put on some music, or I just play it even in the car as I'm driving. And I played both of them. I was pulling up to the red light, had Savage playing because the beat is just so tough. And I like to hear great music. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let me see what y'all saying. Say communication is the key. What up, Bert? What's good? Let's respect and love each other. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They say my missus look like a right moose. Hey, I don't know what you say. What you say? It look like a right moose. Hopefully you type that in wrong. But those are the 2 latest songs, guys. That damn Beyonce. That Beyonce is something else though. She killed it. She killed it. She killed it. And I know some of y'all done heard it. If y'all haven't, if y'all into hip hop, or you into Drake, Drake do a little bit of both, hip hop and R&B a little bit, but it's crazy. It is crazy. Those are my two songs I've been listening to. But I'm gonna do that dance though. I'm gonna do that dance on the live. I'm gonna go live on Facebook. I'm gonna do it. Watch. But let me see if anything we need to discuss before I get up out of here. Any questions y'all have for me? You know, the live show is tomorrow. We get back into the cord cutting news. We'll talk about it a little bit. What up, though, illegitimate humans? What's up? What's up? What up, though? Where you get that switch? I got that switch. The wife and kids got it for me for my birthday, April the 10th. So yeah, I got that bad boy. I got it. I got a couple games on it. They gave me that the game the match, the Super Mario Brothers Maker Part 2 or something like that. I ain't really play that, but then I went and got a game called The Golf. I got that, and I got Mario Kart 8. So yeah, I've been playing it. But you know, I got to tweak that bad boy because it is an Android device. And there are a couple of videos that actually show you how you can add applications and your IPTV service to that device. Oh, he said only joking. Yeah, I'm about to say. Say, Superdell, how much is the TiVo? And did you notice Plex hooked up with Crackle? Yeah, I knew about the Plex Crackle, which is very, very interesting with Crackle, and knowing that Plex got their own services too. So I mean, that's cool with their video on demand, absolutely. And the TiVo will be $50 when it's first launched. Now they say, you know, it's going to go up, but we really don't know. But it'll be $50 when it first get launched. And that's awesome what Plex is doing. Plex is trying to get out here and do some things. It's trying to do some things. So he sent you an email a few minutes ago. When you get a chance, just let me know. Thanks for looking out. All right, I'll check it and see. I'll check that. No problem. No problem. So guys, I see I'm looking at the same thing. They really dropping the rate down right now, and there's probably a lot of people that are watching YouTube. YouTube did announce that they will be dropping live feeds and videos down to 480 quality. So that's why the quality looked like that. Other than that, you know, it wouldn't be like that. It's crazy. Now, you know, they got to deal with the they got a deal, but they might be setting themselves up to get purchased. But we'll see. Yeah, say, oh, live TV on Shield at Zumo. Yeah, I used to just side load that over there. I used to just put that on there, Miss Gail, and it worked. You got anything new movies on your Plex, Dale? I think the only thing I added to my Plex, because really nothing dropped other than I know I got the Photograph on there, a couple B movies and stuff like that. Nothing major other than the Photograph. Yep. So Dale, can you play PS4 games on that Nintendo Switch behind you? I don't know if you can play PS4 games on it. I haven't tried it. I haven't seen any videos on it. Nope. I couldn't tell you. I don't know, Ron. I couldn't even tell you. I haven't heard about it, though. I haven't heard anything about it. Oh, hey Dale, just picked up my Fire TV Cube for 75 with discount. That's what's up. Hopefully it's the second gen. Is it the second generation? Big H. Damn, my picture is blurry over here. So hopefully they did. And again, if you ain't smacked that thumbs up, guys, smack that thumbs up. Cause I'm gonna get ready to get up out of here. So hopefully you got that second gen one for 75. That's a nice little price though. Other than that, guys, I'm getting ready to get up out of here. I just wanted to touch bases on that. We'll go live again tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Other than that, y'all be safe out there. To everyone, stay home if you got to. To my essential workers, just make sure you wear your PPE. Stay safe. And I'll see y'all on the next one, guys. This is Superdell, and I'm signing out. Thanks for everybody who donated too. I appreciate you. Y'all be safe out there.